Hi everyone, welcome back to TFS Insider. Today we are here with Miss Iowa 2021, Grace Keller. If you want to just start off by introducing yourself a little bit.
Sure, yeah. So I'm Gracelyn Keller. I serve as Miss Iowa 2021. I represented Iowa at this year's Miss America competition, which was total dream come true. And now I've spent, pre-Miss America and now post-Miss America, I'm spending my year of service to the state of Iowa, traveling around advocating for children's literacy in low-income and rural communities.
Cool.
Nice.
So what first got you into pageantry?
So scholarship was a huge thing for me, but I actually started when I was 12 years old, and that was really just, I saw it as an opportunity for me to have more chances to perform dance, which is the talent that I do. I'm a competitive dancer. I was a competitive dancer through the end of high school, and I'm a classically trained ballerina as well. And so I really saw it as an opportunity to get on stage more often and perform, not only in competition and in ballets. I went to a ballet academy for probably 12 years of my life to learn the discipline and art of ballet. And so we would perform ballets and stuff quite often. But I really wanted to have the opportunity to do more performances. And so I kind of got roped into the Miss America organization through a family friend who was a local executive director. And she kind of said, you know, you're great at speaking and you have this really strong talent. You should come try it out. And that's what I did. Ended up winning my first local competition I ever did. I had no idea what I was getting myself into at all. Went to the state competition and placed first runner-up, and then I aged out of the teen division. So I kind of took a step back. I went to college. I focused on being a student, getting my degree. But college is really expensive. And the Miss America organization at the Miss Level Award, they're one of the largest scholarship providers to women in the country. They award over $5 million annually. And so I thought, you know, I could fill out all these scholarship applications and cross my fingers, or I could go compete at something that I know I'm good at and that I enjoy and hopefully win some scholarships. So that's what I decided to do. I hopped into the Miss Iowa thing. I won a local back in 2020, and then we were kind of in a holding pattern due to COVID, but summer of 2021 came around and I was crowned Miss Iowa. I've won to date $15,250 in scholarship money, and I just graduated in 2021 in May. So that took care of like a huge chunk of my student loans. It was great. But yeah, that was kind of a long-winded story of my journey through the Miss America organization.
Oh yeah, that's super cool.
Right. Now, if you don't mind me saying, Grace, hi, I'm Benji, that we've been looking at a few of your Miss America and Miss Iowa events, and if you don't mind me saying, you're an incredibly glamorous person. We love that about you.
Thank you.
Of course, yeah, it's the truth. Could you talk a little bit about your style? How would you describe how your personal style is?
That's a tough question. I kind of, whenever I'm shopping, if I just see something and I'm drawn to it, I want it and I usually purchase it. As Miss Iowa this year, I've had a lot of opportunities to kind of open different doors and try new things out, things that I normally wouldn't wear out to like dinner with my friends on a Friday night. But I've been able to go to different events that have required some more glamorous wardrobe, and just I love getting dressed up, so that's been a wonderful perk to the job. I love kind of like retro stuff, like 90s, even like 80s and 70s, mixing that kind of stuff in. I feel like the sweater I'm wearing is a little bit retro right now, so that's kind of a point of my style. But also I'm a little bit of a minimalist when it comes to everyday stuff as well. Even with like makeup and everything, I try and stay minimal, and I like kind of just like a clean, nice look. So that's a little bit of another point to my style too. But yeah, pretty much anything, if I'm shopping and I'm drawn to it, I'm like, I gotta have it.
Kind of going off of that, what is some of your favorite pieces in your wardrobe for everyday life and for like the pageants?
I am a big like jewelry person. I feel like you can totally transform a look depending on what jewelry you put on. Like I wouldn't wear this necklace normally day to day. I have like a smaller, more delicate necklace that I wear. Same thing with earrings. I'm a big earring person too. And so I always say if you have a few staples, like just a plain black turtleneck or like a neutral colored coat, or I'm really into leather right now. I've been buying leather pants. So I have like 4 pairs of leather pants, but like, you know, just like a simple pair of leather pants, you can dress that up or dress that down. You can make it for work. You can make it before going out in the evening, just by whatever jewelry and accessories you do, whatever you do with your hair. If you like to wear makeup, doing makeup too. So that's always kind of something that I like to tell people if they're a little bit lost on style, is like get some basic stuff and then you can really dress it up and down with whatever you accessorize.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, about your style, about what you like to buy in your wardrobe, what is the one most favorite piece that you have in your wardrobe right now? Is it a piece of jewelry? Would I be right in assuming, or is it something else?
This is such a hard question. Let's see. Well, like, this is not practical at all, but the gown I wore at Miss America will like forever be one of the favorite things that I've ever worn in my entire life. But of course, I don't wear that daily. In terms of a daily thing, I think I have this one pair of mom jeans that I've had for like 3 years now. And I have bought other jeans since then. And I just like cannot find a pair of jeans that fit better. They fit me really well, but they like are not tight. They're like the looser, more mom jean style. I love those. I wear those all the time. My friends joke, they're like, do you own any other pairs of jeans? And I was like, I do. I just like these jeans. They're my favorite. So
yeah. So kind of going back to that gown though, what designer was it? Do you have like a favorite designer for your gowns?
So I've worn a couple different of like the big name designers. When I won Miss Iowa, I was in Giovanni Couture. And I've done Sherry Hill and Tony Bowles and all of those designers. But I actually went with a small name Chicago designer for my Miss America gown. This is kind of like a fun little thing, but my favorite Disney princess growing up was Belle. And she was like my favorite because I was a huge bookworm. I'm kind of a book nerd. And she was the princess that always had her nose in a book. And so she was my favorite Disney princess. And so I always said, if I went to Miss America, I wanted to wear yellow as a nod to Belle. I wanted my Belle moment on the Miss America stage. And so I was searching for a yellow gown. And yellow, I tried on all different shades and it just didn't look great on me. I have a more pale skin tone. It was washing me out. And so my board of directors who was helping me shop for Miss America was like, I don't want to crush your dreams, but like, I don't think yellow is going to work. And then we went into this little boutique kind of just as an off chance while we were shopping in Chicago. And they had all these gowns and we kind of pulled some, we're trying on, we're like, this isn't really what we're looking for. And they were like, okay, well, what are you looking for? And we said, well, we want like couture evening wear. This is for like the oldest, most prestigious pageant in America. And so they were like, oh, we got you. And they bring us to this, like, it looked like a loading dock through these doors. And we were like, where are they taking us? And we are in this room just filled with like the most beautiful couture gowns that you've ever seen in all different colors, styles, very avant-garde, like just gorgeous. And so the designer's called Omema Couture. The gown that I wore is actually designed by the shop owner, Omema, and it was this gold, beautiful, it isn't a typical pageant gown. That was something that I wanted to bring into my Miss America style. I wanted it to be more red carpet than pageant, and it was definitely something that I would wear to like the Oscars or the Tonys or some sort of award show. So yeah, that was kind of the little fun story of finding that gown on this little tiny boutique in Chicago, and now I have a very good personal relationship with that designer. I keep saying, like, I'm going to be back when I get married. You're designing my wedding dress. I will be back. So
yeah, it's so nice that you build all those different kind of relationships just from finding a dress.
So as Miss Iowa, you have a lot of experience and familiarity with being on stage, answering questions and things like that. What advice can you give to our models who are going to be walking down the runway at the fashion show this year?
Yeah, so I have experience on stage in like the pageant realm. I've also walked in Fashion Week before, so I have quite a bit of modeling experience. My biggest thing is to just be confident. Don't overthink it. I feel like some people will get on stage and feel like they have to do a ton of fancy posing or fancy walking. Like, really don't overthink it. Just have fun. It's your moment in the spotlight. So make the most of that. Keep it simple, and just walk with your head held high and have good confidence. Also, because I'm a ballerina, posture. Roll your shoulders back. My biggest pet peeve is when I see people on stage and they're hunched like this. So I always do this before I ever go on stage. So I make sure I have good posture when I walk out there. So that's a little tip, but.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all your styling advice and your modeling advice. It was so nice talking to you today.
Yes, thank you for having me.